Hey, it's Klemens Ruoss here at the Romero Ruoss Group at Berkshire Hathaway, bringing you the August housing market update for San Diego County. We'll be talking about inventory, prices, pending sales, and so much more. So stay tuned. Now, starting with inventory, inventory increased around 6.73% as of today. We were up from 6.62% last month, and same time last year we were around 6.59. So we had decreased around around 5.99% actually at the end of February, but we have since then increased because of the Iran conflict. So hopefully once that's settled, hopefully soon, interest rates might start coming back down. Now, as far as inventory goes, inventory decreased to around 5.8% to 5,852 units. Compared to the same time last year, we actually saw an increase about 1.4% to 8,318 units. So you can see we're short about 30%. And as you can see here, last year inventory started peaking in July, and this year we saw that it started peaking in May. So we definitely have a lot lower inventory than last year, and that is only exacerbated by the higher interest rates. Because of the interest rates were lower, then probably more sellers would put their properties on the market in order to buy it. Obviously, since there's a higher interest rates right now, there's not a lot of motivation for sellers to sell and get rid of their low interest rates. So hopefully as interest rates come down, we can see more of it. Pending sales actually decreased around 5.7% to 2,041 units. Compared at the same time last year, we saw an increase 8.9. Compared at the same time last year, we were at 4.4% lower sales than we had last year. Also, this is also exaggerated because of the low inventory scenario. So there's not a lot of properties for buyers to choose from. So maybe buyers are just waiting for the right one to pop up on them. Prices decreased about 5.7% last month, around $598 a square feet. As you can see, prices are very cyclical. They're usually higher around the springtime. Compared to the same time last year, we did see an increase around 1%. However, we are roughly around the same in prices from last year. So not a lot of change year over year. Roughly, we're at $599 last year, or $598 per square foot. Now, the average time on the market, we're at 28 days as of last month. That is an increase from 24 last month in June. And compared to the same time last year, we're at 29 days for July. So we are a little bit faster than we were last year. Again, if we get interest rates to come down, this probably will, days on the market will probably, the difference between the listed sales price ratio decreased around 98.6%, but only a small decrease compared to at the same time last year. We saw an increase all the way to all the way to 97.4. So we're definitely higher in the difference between the listed sales price ratio. So not a lot of negotiation taking place, maybe just slightly, but this is due in part because we have very low inventory and buyers are competing with the same number of properties. So we won't see any relief on this, unless we get more inventory. Luxury sales also decreased by a whopping 19%. These are properties over $2 million. We can see that they decreased around 12% from the same time last year. So that's even more of a decrease than just your standard regular sales. So inventory as well, we saw a decrease of about 4.79% and a 33% decrease in inventory from last year. So very similar decreases in the luxury inventory market. And again, thank you very much for watching. If you're looking to track your home's value or find out what your home value is worth, please do so at www.mysandiegovalue.com. I'll get that information, and we'll definitely send out a professional looking price analysis for your home. And as always, if you're looking at buying or selling, please contact us, and you can connect with us through this QR code or just send us a message. Again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next month for another market.